Welcome to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I am Dr. Nicole Tatro, and I'm here to help you unleash your peak performance and dominate your sport with fierce confidence and unstoppable energy. Whether you're a high-level athlete, a dedicated parent, a coach, or an agent, this podcast is for you. Get ready for ultimate strategies, expert insights, and cutting-edge tips that will take your game to the next level. We'll also cover personalized blood work analysis to provide unique insights that can transform your performance. We'll explore personalized health, optimized nutrition, and powerful recovery techniques. Whether you're on the ice, the field, or in the gym, together, we'll unlock your true potential and make your athletic dreams a reality. Let's do this, because greatness is within you, and it's time to unleash it. Hey everyone, Dr. Nicole here, back with another episode of the Elite Athlete Podcast. Today we're getting into some super cool stuff, very important for all of you high-level athletes out there. The CBC with differential. I know it sounds a bit technical and a little sciencey, but trust me, this is a game changer. So let's dive right in. I really wish I had had this information when I was playing 3 sports in high school and 2 sports at Sacred Heart University. Back then I was constantly sick and run down. If I had known about the CBC with differential, I could have identified and dealt with a lot of different things, especially maybe infections stealing my energy and causing inflammation. It would have allowed me to train better, recover faster, be stronger. Maybe I could have pitched better. Now I use this knowledge with my athletes to help them stay at the top of their game, especially with my kids. So, I want to break this down for you. A CBC, or complete blood count, measures different components of your blood, like red and white blood cells. The differential part digs deeper in, giving us a breakdown of the types of white blood cells. There's neutrophils, lymphocytes, basophils, monocytes, and eosinophils. This helps us pinpoint what kind of infection you might be dealing with. The WBC, or white blood count, gives a general overview of your immune system's status. It's not a perfect overview, it's kind of general, but it gives us some clues. From there, we look at the 5 markers that I want to tell you about today. So it's kind of a big secret. These are worth their weight in gold. Okay, so let's talk about functional ranges first. Has anyone ever gotten their blood results back and they're in that green area from the lab? Those ranges are huge. And what I didn't know until now is that those ranges are compiled from a bunch of normal, healthy people. And it's a huge variety of people. And I don't know about you, but I don't know if I want to be compared to just anybody. So it doesn't mean that that's quite optimal for our high-level athletes. All right? So I want us to think about something for a second. I've used this in some of my workshops. I want you to think about finding your favorite restaurant. I live in Vermont, so let's think about finding your favorite restaurant from Vermont to LA, right? If you know anything about the map, that's kind of a big distance. Yes, you will find tons of things, but what is your favorite? Okay, let's take it and make it smaller. Let's talk about just Vermont for a second. What if I just look for that favorite restaurant just in Vermont? And you can use your own town, your own state, whatever it might be, but hopefully you get the point. Okay, you'll find something, but it's not the same as your favorite spot looking for something in that smaller range. So what I'm trying to hopefully help you understand that functional ranges are tighter and they help catch issues before they turn into full-blown problems, okay? So think about this. When you get those ranges back from the doctor's office or the lab, if something is outside of the range with those, unfortunately, sometimes it means there's already a problem, and most of the time the fix is some sort of medication or who knows what, okay? But taking this back to our high-level athletes, this is crucial for high-level athletes wanting to excel, okay? You need to know these numbers, and I'm going to talk about that a lot. So let's break down the CBC with differential. Again, I know this is a little bit sciencey, but let's get into the specifics. I will hopefully explain it so that you can understand it. So there are 5 golden nuggets, okay? I call these the golden, this information is gold for you, okay? So I'm giving it away. Neutrophils. These should be my magic number that I've learned through my studies and through my mentors should be around 60%. If it's higher, it could mean that you've got a low-grade bacterial or fungal infection going on. Some of the biggest symptoms of this, and again, I don't want you to get hung up on symptoms because everybody's body responds differently to all kinds of different things that happen in your body, okay? If one person's number is off, or if one person has, I'm flipping the gears here a little bit, but say you have mold, all right? And that is going to have to be another episode. But if there is mold in your household, every single person in that household is going to represent or show symptoms of something different, most likely. So I just want you to understand that everybody is a little bit different in how symptoms end up coming out, if that makes any sense. So again, neutrophils should be around 60%. If it's higher, you've got a low-grade bacterial or fungal infection. And one of the biggest symptoms here is pain. Could be showing up as chronic pain, could be showing up as like rheumatoid arthritis. We could see all kinds of different things. But if you're feeling unexplained pain, especially as a high-level athlete, this could be one of the reasons why. It's one of those pieces of the puzzle that we want to keep in mind. Let's move on. Lymphocytes. These should be around 30%. Higher levels indicate a low-grade viral infection. So viral infections are often one of the biggest symptoms is fatigue. And this is what I see a ton in my practice and then also with my kids, because of course you know that I've been diving into their blood work as they are high-level athletes. So viral infections could be causing some underlying fatigue that you don't really have any other answers for. So this is amazing stuff, you guys. So if you're constantly tired, this could be one of the reasons. It's one of the pieces of the puzzle. So moving right on, you got monocytes. These should be 7%. Higher levels also point to a low-grade viral infection. Remember, infections rarely show up alone. If you have one, you might have more, and that is okay because the treatment that I've found can take care of all of them at the same time. So we're not getting into that a whole lot today. We'll talk about that in future episodes. But another thing I've found with monocytes, especially with my teenagers that I've been looking at all of their blood work, is when that's high, it could mean that they have had some sort of mono in the past, maybe present, but in the past, ABV, like some wild stuff. And those are things that stay with us all of the time. So it's something that we have to control and we have to keep kind of quiet. And we have ways to do that in a very healthy way. But you need to know first. You need to know. These numbers are so important. So moving on to eosinophils. The magic number here is 3%. Higher levels can indicate food sensitivities or a parasitic infection. So I know that this is kind of general because food sensitivities could be a whole bunch of things, but it gives us a clue that what is going on underneath the surface, maybe we can help correct that, and then maybe you won't be sensitive to certain foods. It's very interesting stuff, okay? None of this is, cut and dry. It does not mean that everything is exactly what it is for one person versus the other person, but this gives you a really awesome general look of my world and what I've been dealing with and why I'm so excited and passionate right now about diving into the internal stats of these high-level athletes. Like game-changing. I don't know how many times I'm going to use that phrase, but it is next level. So this is so, so exciting for me. So let's talk about basophils to wrap it up. Basophils, these should be 1%. Higher levels usually mean a parasitic infection. And I don't want to get into parasites in this episode. I know it sounds so gross, but some are good and some are bad, right? And it's all about the balance of the good guys and bad guys. And I will certainly have other episodes on this podcast talking about the gut microbiome and other microbiomes going on in our body and how important it is to feed the healthy bugs and make sure we have a good balance. So it's very interesting, but some of the parasitic infections can be, it doesn't matter what kind it is, they can be taken care of with some of the high-grade professional grade supplements that I've stumbled upon. So it's very exciting. And so anybody that might be a math person out there, the magic number is 100%. So that's how you can look at these. However, if you did the math of the percentages that I gave you, I know it's 101, but at least I want you to think about that 100. This is important because what if you get 4 out of those 5 differentials back? Okay. What you can do is add up those 4, subtract from 100, and you get that general idea of what that 5th missing marker is. So hopefully that gives you a little pro tip there. So another pro tip is if you don't see these markers on your labs, it means you didn't get a CBC with the differential, okay? I highly encourage you to get this test because it provides so much valuable information. So I don't know if that didn't intrigue you, but it is huge, okay? So let's talk a little bit about the infections that I was talking about. So when I talk about the low-grade infections, I mean something that's lingering in your body, wreaking havoc underneath the surface. Many people blame inflammation for their issues. It's kind of this catch-all term, but often this inflammation is the result of your body fighting off these infections. So someone might actually ask, what kind of infection is it? Like I said, when it comes to treatment, it doesn't matter. The products I've found can target and eliminate all of them. Okay? So, big takeaway here, knowing your numbers is key. By taking care of any infections, you can be healthier, stronger, and perform at your best. You can also work on changing your diet to include more antioxidants and fewer processed foods, ensuring it's balanced. High-quality, professional-grade supplements can make a significant difference. Please don't just grab anything off the shelves. I'll talk about this further in other episodes, but please. And also, get your numbers checked. If you're curious about your own numbers or your athlete's numbers, you can get a blood work analysis with me. It's worth its weight in gold. Check out the links in the show notes for more information on that. Let's talk about some future stuff. I keep mentioning future episodes. We'll dive into other blood work markers essential for high-level athletes. We'll bring on supplement experts and other health and wellness colleagues to share their insights and practical advice as well. This is just the beginning. I'm so incredibly excited. I'm not sure if you can tell the passion if you're listening to this or watching the video. I'm not sure if you can see it and hear it, but it is amazing. I am so lit up about this. I am so ready to go because I believe that this is going to change lives in a drastic way. So remember, key takeaway today, remember, knowing your numbers is essential. Test, don't guess, especially if you're a high-level athlete. All right? Okay. That's it for today. Thanks for hanging out with me and chatting about the CBC with Differential. If you're an athlete, this is a tool that can truly elevate your game. Trust me. Make sure to subscribe, leave a review. That would be amazing. Follow us on social media for more updates and resources. And don't forget to check out our Instant Access 3-day workshop series. It's still available. The link will be in the show notes. So let's do this together. Stay healthy and keep pushing your limits. Until next time, bye for now. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I'm Dr. Nicole Tatro, and I hope you found today's episode inspiring and empowering. If you're ready to take your performance to the next level, don't miss out on my free Instant Access 3-day workshop series. Elevate your game and dominate your sport. In this workshop, you'll discover natural recovery secrets, blood work insights, and the truth about supplements to help you achieve peak performance. Sign up for Instant Access today and start your journey to becoming the elite athlete you're destined to be. Visit the link in the show notes and join now. And if you enjoyed this episode, please leave a review and share it with fellow athletes, parents, coaches, and agents. Your support helps us spread the word and elevate the game for many more athletes just like you. Remember, you have the power to achieve greatness. Let's do this together. Until next time, keep pushing your limits and stay unstoppable.